Good morning, everybody. Good morning, sunny, not raining, bright morning, right? Well, good morning, everybody. It's been a while, maybe 4 or 5 days. Mostly because it's been pouring rain relentlessly here in Vancouver. Like, I can't even get out of the van to go to a store, and my coat's absolutely soaking wet, and then I have wet coats stuck in my van. So I basically have been hiding in the van about 18 hours a day, just cycling that heater on and off. Also, this van is so broken down, it won't run across town. Bang! Huge misfires. 25 kilometers an hour, flashers on, right shoulder lane, everybody honking, going by me in the pouring, driving, freezing dark night. My nerves are shot, right? Yeah, so this is how it's going. It's backfiring right under my feet. You can't give it any gas. I finally got it doing 40 kilometers an hour on 200th Street, and I should be doing 70. Any kind of an incline and it's over. Yeah, I just can't believe it. Just disgusting. Oh no. Yeah, you can't give it any gas at all. It just dies. And then when it does this, it backs up fumes in the fuel tank. And when I turn on my heater in the back, it stinks like gas fumes. Like, that's really bad. Because gas fumes from the fuel tank. Yeah, I'm just going to have to pull over in this bus lane right here and let these guys by me because I can't even do it. I can't even drive, and people won't stay off me long enough for me to even try. This is very nerve-wracking. Yeah, it won't even run. Just nerve-wracking. Like, there's so much traffic coming down 200th Street in the dark at 10 o'clock at night. I can't even get on the street to try and be broken down for the night in Langley somewhere again. Yeah, I'm just hopping up and down in the seat. Finally, I can maybe try. Oh, no, it's gonna die. Unbelievable. I can't even get it to 25 kilometers. Oh, there goes the lights on again. It's flashing check engine on the right bottom. Yeah, it's just horrible. I have no idea how to fix this van. I've tried everything. I gotta pull over. Hi, I'm Ellie. And welcome to my broken down van channel. We have to make a joke out of it. We have to make light of it because honestly, well, I do anyway, because yeah, it's been a long 8-10 weeks of that. I'm tapped out on every suggestion you've given me. I already know too. And thank you very much. Thank you for those. Yeah, I'm not a beginner about cars and engines at all. I really enjoy cars and mechanical things, and I understand how it works. I don't buy cars newer than the year 2000, like literally. I bought one transit van in my life and I sold it in 2 weeks. It was such a sack of crap. So yeah, here I am in this 2003 Chevy Express, and it's just amazing, this little engine 4.8, but it just won't run. Bang! So I take it into Fountain Tire here, and I know them for years, and they gave me an alternator and a battery while I was stranded working there about 3 weeks ago, and it's run like garbage ever since. So I take it back there yesterday, and he plugs it in. So nice of him. He plugs it into a great code reader with a really good iPad looking screen. 57,000 misfires. $57,000. Please, Lord. I'm just trying to get up the courage because Ellie's walking around again all day today. I think today is day 6 or 7 that I've done that with this van now. Since early December. It's February the 4th, I believe, today. At least I'm blessed. It's a sunny, warm day. I'm going to be on my feet all day without anywhere to use a washroom or make a meal or just rest. I got to walk around all day. So I decided to leave this van at an electrical shop, and they do automobile electric work. They're wizards. Like, they're the wizards of the wizards, okay? They teach the wizards, you know? Like, the guy's dad is, last time I was there, he was about 90, and the guy himself, the son who does it as well, I think he's about 65 then, and that was 10 years ago. So I can't even imagine. The father's probably passed on, and the son's probably getting ready to retire. He's probably 70 for sure. They do amazing work there. They know everything about electrical systems. Everything. So I'm going to bring them this van and ask them if they can chase down a ground. Is there any faulty ground? Because, you know, it's enough to keep you up at night. If you were me and you're in a van and it's not running and you can't even drive to the next town, keeps you up at night. Your mind just goes around and around and around. Fuel, spark, electricity, gas. It's like, and then all the components of those, you know, a mass airflow sensor, a relay. So I'm going to ask them about a relay today, a fuel pump relay, and see if they can check that out, check out the ground, check out the whole fuse box. See if it's grounded, see if everything's grounded in this vehicle properly. And after that, if I get it back at the end of the day and I'm $200 broke, I need a drink of my coffee. Yeah, if I get it back today and I'm $200 in the hole for it, on top of the $1,200 of my alternator and my battery, and my $250 of the battery before that, and $900 worth of diagnostics and work on it in December. So we're getting close to $2,200 of extra money on this van. So Ellie's getting ready to sell it, and that would pain me a lot because I love it like a child. I worked on it, you know, I'm emotionally invested in it. I've made it mine. It's clean. It's clean. It doesn't smell like moldy walls and 30-year-old B-van, moldy carpet, and an old propane furnace, and doesn't have a 1979 toilet holder. You know what I mean? I really like it. I'm both heartbroken and frustrated, and I'm very tenacious and determined. I don't want to give up on it. I want to show you guys you can do it. But I can't keep spending money on it and have it not run. Like, it literally won't even run across this small town I'm in. Bang! Horrible. Scary when you're driving in the pouring rain at night. You're just trying to get from the shower to where you're going to park. Can't even sleep at night. Like, I probably slept 3 hours last night. It wakes me up. And I just sit there, I get up, and I turn on my tablet, and I sit up and make a tea right there on my bed, and I'm like, okay, let's think about it another 2 hours. Let's go down another 5 or 10 YouTube rabbit holes, trying to figure out what it could be. So I'm going to give it to the electrical shop, and we're going to try that for $200 for an hour. That's all I'm going to authorize them to work on it for, because I can't afford it anymore. And where I plugged it in at Fountain Tire, we're talking about different things. I could clean the fuel injectors and stuff like that. I could do with the fuel pump, okay? Honestly, that's where I'm going with this video. I'm going to try electrical. And if that doesn't solve the problem today, I'm probably going to give it a fuel pump. And that's going to be a lot of cash. It's a lot of money. It's like 8 hours to drop a tank. And the assembly, you unscrew it out of the hole, and then you put it back in. And the assembly itself is like $500-600 because it's a Delco GM product. Yeah, so I just don't know, man. Welcome to the Real Ellie Van Show. With no makeup, don't you know? Yeah, so I'm just gonna finish off my first coffee, use the washroom, and then grab a second coffee and drop the van off at the electrical place on the highway up here and walk around. They might get around to it by 5. I might be walking around all day, but at least it's beautiful outside. It's not raining outside. And I'm coming to the end of this broken down van saga, you know? I need to take some comfort in that I'm coming to a resolution. That if this van does not run with these next 2 tries at it one more time, this electrical and possibly $1,000, $1,200 fuel pump, then I'm selling it. The sign's on. Somebody else can love it, figure it out, chase it down, enjoy the inside. I don't care. But I need my freedom back. I need my life back. And I am nailed to this town for 2.5 months. Because this van won't run. Shame. Shame, you know? I really worked hard. I really deserved a nice van. So, that's Ellie signing out for this morning. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry for the glum news, but, you know, I tried to make it positive. It's a beautiful sunny day. At least if I'm walking around, it's a beautiful sunny day. Okay, so we just left it with the electrician. We're going to fix a little walking around coffee. I got coffee number 2 there. Just give the van a good check. Because they're going to take it for quite the rip up the highway at some point. So you got to think about that when you're a van lifer. What can you put away? So I'll put my bags over here. Normally they'd be over there, but now they're going to be there. That cooler will probably go somewhere when he floors it. Yeah, so we're just going to tidy everything up and put it up away on a bed. And everything else is pretty good. This cooler might fly across the ground. I really don't know what to do with that. I'm just going to leave it there and hope that it doesn't. I don't really know. If I take the blanket off of it, maybe he'll understand that's a cooler. I don't know. But yeah, let's just be happy and hopeful. Make a coffee and get ready to walk around. At least it's a beautiful day, right? Here he goes. He's taking it for a test drive there. He's gone in it in that white van. He needs to punch it. I hope he figures it out. I don't know, but I sure am happy to walk around on a nice day like today. I mean, I'm not happy that I'm walking around, but at least it's a decent day if I had to do that. And I haven't had any breakfast. All I have is this second coffee. I don't know. There's a Buns Master Bakery here on the left. I might go in there and grab a pastry if I can. Maybe go across this big bypass and go to the university. That's over there. Use the washroom, wash my hands properly. There's security guards there now. It's a huge intersection now. All of it is. Need a crosswalk. The bakery's still here. This place has been here since like 1980. It's a little before noon, so the traffic isn't too bad. It just gets progressively thicker as the day goes on, closer to 5 o'clock. I feel less pressure as a pedestrian when there's less traffic around. I kind of enjoy my walk a little nicer. Yeah, so we left the vehicle way down there on the bypass, and we're gonna walk about 1.5 miles up into town. This is a Best Western. So yeah, we'll walk about 1.5 miles up there. Maybe get some soup lunch somewhere. Just trying to calm my mind and be confident and positive. But honestly, every time I give it to someone, I've walked around 5 or 6 times all day freezing just to part with $200 to $1,200 every time. And I just can't do it anymore. So I'm gonna try and enjoy the day and walk around and just not think about it. We're gonna whip into the university and use the washroom. Beautiful day. They have a brewing lab right there where they brew beer and have off sales. I'm just gonna show you how quiet it is. It's a nice little campus. It's out in Langley. Looks like it's going under some renovation. He's fixing something in there. Yeah, so I took 2 years of a criminology program here and started my post-secondary education here. And then after the 2 years, I had to go into the city for the last 2 years. Looks like the classrooms are undergoing a lot of renovation. Mostly it's nursing and music here now. Used to be all disciplines here, but they moved them out towards Vancouver. There's a Kwantlen University in Richmond. Let's just take you down one of the hallways. All the students milling about because the library is here on the right. Right? Just want to take you out of this there's the main foyer where you come in, get student services and counseling. But yeah, it's nice to come out here. They got a glass walkway above us that goes across. Isn't this brilliant for a university campus, right? When I went here about 10 years ago, it was incredible the amount of people that were here everywhere. But now they've changed it to mostly nursing and music. And all those disciplines like history and geography and bachelors of science and criminology, psychology, it's all gone towards the city. So there's usually water just pouring out of here because we're in Langley, BC, and it is largely agricultural land out here still. Look at the bulbs coming up. First week in February. Look at that. We made it. So yeah, usually there's a lot of water coming out of there. Little plane going overhead. There's that glass walkway. It's a nice little campus. I enjoyed my 2 years here very, very much. Made some really meaningful connections with students and professors. Look at all these succulents. Look at them all. Pretty, right? Everything's coming up gangbusters because it looks like spring is in. So I wanted to take you this way. 100 years ago, this house was built here. Where all this university sits now used to be their farmland. It's a beautiful house. It's squeezed in between a university and a little trail. I can't go that way because it's actually their private drive. So on one side of this university is this beautiful heritage house called the Wark Dumais House. Wow, it looks like most of those windows are original because they're pretty wavy. Beautiful, right? But they only have that tiny little plot of land left where that white picket fence is. It's pretty stately, isn't it? This was probably their front yard. I think they probably would use the back entrance more than this side one in the day. I don't know. But now it is squeezed between a university and a public trail to the right, and it goes to a homeless shelter. So the amount of foot traffic to the right all day is incredible. They don't have any privacy, absolutely none. But they live in a beautiful heritage home. Look at this monster tree. I'm pretty sure these trees are a part that used to line the driveway over 100 years ago. And they bucked it back many times. There's another one there, and they lead up to the driveway around the other side of the house. The highway is just right there at the end of this little gravel driveway. And the university is right there. And there lies the Wark Dumais house. Look at this tree, it's just massive. Yeah, so now there's a Salvation Army homeless shelter up here. And there's people all over the bush all day in here. Oh, these guys are yelling at their dogs. They're on leashes though, so I feel pretty confident to keep moving. Cool, hey? Can you imagine though? 5 generations later, your ancestral home is beside a university and a homeless shelter? Oh yeah, let's get a shot of these guys. So, these guys are all sitting in the sun up there loving life. Oh, wonder if they're chatting because they hear me. Looks like I'm not the only one enjoying a nice sunny day for a change. They're all up there on the sunny roof. Okay, well you guys enjoy your afternoon. Ellie's gonna go back to walking around town and wait for her broken van. Another shot of that pretty heritage house. All right, so over and out from the backside of Kwantlen campus in Langley on a beautiful sunny day from the Wark Dumais house. We're just gonna walk over to Save On Foods and grab a chicken pot pie. Let's get out of here. Let's swipe our card and a chicken pot pie. This used to be the Langley Hotel. They recently demolished it. It was a big triangular wooden building. You know, your usual little city hotel where there's a dancer in the corner on a little stage and pool tables in one room, and then music on Friday, Saturday night, and a big bar somewhere around here there used to be. It was a big building, but it was getting pretty old and dilapidated. So they squished it, and now we have a little bit of a city park, I guess. I guess a parking lot with some tables, but I'll take it for now because I really need to have this chicken pot pie that I bought. All right, let's have a chicken pot pie. Hi guys. So I'm just gonna continue on eating my incredible chicken pot pie and hang out in this sort of a park they made on the side of the road. I'm hungry though, and I need something for energy because so far I've been walking around for 2 hours and nobody's called me about any updates. So I'm worried about the bill. I'm worried about what the problem is. A thumbs up for Save On chicken pot pie. It's so good. That'll give me some energy to walk around Langley for a while. Probably need another coffee though. Yeah. Just don't know how I feel right now. Mostly nervous. Mostly nervous that my van is not going to be fixed. Mostly nervous because I can't afford this repair either. I don't know. I guess we just eat chicken pot pie and we wait, right? All right, let us all hope. I'll check in with you later. We're gonna take you over here because I thought we would get a good shot of the Superior hearse. A Fleetwood hearse made by Superior. Oh, that's quite the thing. Looks like the top needs some kind of care and maybe seal it more. Wow, it's quite the vehicle, eh? Cadillac Fleetwood. Somebody should drive this to Preston Chevrolet. I was there getting power steering fluid 2 days ago. Wow, check it out. A hearse. Looks like a 90s hearse, right? How it's all rounded in the front. And the lights are all, lenses are plastic and they're foggy. Yeah, that's a 90s vehicle. It's a little rough, but you know, somebody likes it. Look at those fender skirts. That's quite the vehicle. I wonder how many departed loved ones have been in and out of that. You know, honestly, I think they live in it. They've got a lot of stuff in it. I wouldn't doubt it. And cool, good on them if they do. So yeah, possibly these people live in this hearse. Okay, let's go into the Langley City Library, the very downtown one. Throw away our lunch garbage, some recycling, and use a washroom because I'm on foot all day waiting for the van. Every couple of months they change all the art here and they showcase a variety of artists that are local. We just stopped in to use the washroom over there. The library's down there. This man was born in England in 1965 and lived in Toronto until he was abducted to Ireland in 1971. He was reunited with his mother in BC in 1984. He lived in Matsqui Prairie in the Fraser Valley. He has a great art studio, a cat, and a garden. That's a very good painting of what it would look like if you were here on the mountains and just looking over the valley. All right, library, that was a pretty good time. And let's just continue our walk around until they give me a great running van, we hope. There's horses all over Langley with paintings on them, and this one is the classic car theme. How incredibly frustrating. So I'm walking 2 miles back to the shop. They called and said nothing's wrong with it. Yeah, honestly, I'm sick of walking around town on the street, hoping to be somewhat closer to a van that runs like a regular car. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm eventually going to work. I can't even look for a job because I can't get to work. And if I got a job, how would I get from that job to a shower? I'm beyond poof. I'm beyond frustrated. I walked around for 3 hours for a shop to call me and say, we've driven it twice. Runs pretty good. Come get it. Two nights ago, it was doing 25 kilometers an hour in a black, blinding, pouring, dark rainstorm on a freeway, on a bridge, with the hazards on, and people attached to my bumper, pushing, and I couldn't even give it about second gear it was in. Bang! Across the bridge, pouring rainstorm, dark night, 10 o'clock, flashers on. So, yeah, just so everything. Can't think about any of my other goals right now because my house is broken down. $57,000 misfires the guy cleared off of it 2 days ago. 57,000. But today, I walk around all day, leave it out of mechanic. Oh, it runs good, just come get it. I'm fast starting to despise this van. Honestly, I'm tired of walking around. I'm sweaty and I'm hot. I want to sit down somewhere clean. I want to look for a job and get on with my life. Maybe drive more than 3 miles across town from light to light because that's all the van will do. So they basically said, come and get it and drive it around until something actually happens to it and then come back. And I understand that, actually. I mean, how are they going to help me if they don't see a problem, right? So of course they're going to say, hey, nothing has a problem, come and get it. Because right now, nothing has a problem, so let's go get it. Yeah, so let's start it up, because they say nothing's wrong with it, but when there is, bring it back. Yeah, it barely wants to start. I don't know, but Ellie's going for a shower, because I'm quite done with this horse hockey for today, right? So he said drive the snot out of it all day. Both shops that are trying to help me are like, hey, go drive the SHI hockey stick out of it. So it's got a half tank of gas, so I'm gonna run it around until it completely dies, hopefully before 5 o'clock so I can bring it to somebody. But let's go get clean in the meantime. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, after a shower I feel much better. Still pretty unhappy with my van, but yeah, feel pretty good. So I think I'm gonna go in the next store down here, No Frills, which I call No Bills because it's super cheap, and I'm gonna go over there and grab some shrimp and garlic and broccoli and noodles, and we're gonna have a really great, quick and easy shrimp stir fry because you can sort of see the sun off the building behind me, but it's going down. It's 4:30. It's still winter and it's still February, so yeah, let's get over to No Bills and get the shrimp. I think we'll grab some broccoli and garlic, parsley, and shrimp. They're all just frostbitten, so I'm not really sure, but I think I'll take that one. Okay, so the sun is definitely gone. It's about 4:45. We had a brilliant day though. I mean, look at it. Blue sky, no gray sky. Honestly, we're just thrilled to have that. So let's scoot somewhere. A little bit of sunlight shining against that building. Let's grab the van if it chooses to run right now. Let's go get some shrimp and noodles or rice and spring onions and broccoli and meat. So we're just gonna fly up the street from No Bills and we're gonna hit this park called City Park. Al Anderson Pool. It's got an outdoor pool and it always opens on the May long weekend. So the outdoor pool is closed, but there's a substantial park. It's quite a big park up here. And what's most important is it's not closed at dusk. So I could go to a whole bunch of parks, but truthfully, I'm running out of sunlight and I want a nice dinner after the not so nice lunch I had. I want to make a good wholesome dinner. And I don't want to be kicked out of a park in the next half hour. So we're just gonna whip up here, right in the middle of the city. It's before 5, so the school zone is still in progress. All in all, we had a pretty good day. Even with all that walking around for nothing. Still was nice not to be rained on. Let's get our dinner on. Maybe open both doors because nothing's actually pouring rain for a change in the van, right? So let's get set up for dinner and make some food. Hi, I'm Ellie. And welcome to my channel, Ellie on Wheels. Right now my wheels are a bit rickety, but I still love it and it's still home for me. Today I really enjoyed a beautiful day, although I walked around all day hoping that somebody would diagnose and fix what's wrong with this Chevy Express van. Because it's been quite a long road for the last 8 or 12 weeks of you listening to me whine about it. And we're nowhere closer to the end, is not in sight. So it's Friday tomorrow. We're gonna have a couple nice sunny days. I'm not gonna move ahead with it until Tuesday. I bought a Renogy battery monitor, a shunt, and I'm going to actually divorce the back battery, the house battery, from the car battery. There's a solenoid there. There's an 8 AUG wire that's quite thick running from the front under the hood all the way to my electrical on the wall, so that when it's not sunny enough, which is 80% of the time in Vancouver, it's from October clear to April, at least 6.5 good solid months of pounding rain, constant gray skies. Like today was an anomaly. We loved that. Everyone was out today, but you know, I needed something to charge my battery in the back when there wasn't enough solar to charge it. So I did hook it up with a solenoid and a shutoff to the front there. Possibly that's what's draining my electrical system in the van itself. I don't know. But I've gone through 2 brand new batteries I have now and a brand new alternator. I got the van and in short order, it blew the old battery. And then a few more months of crappy running, it needed an alternator and another battery. I've given it a whole tune-up. I've had it diagnosed 4 times. I've paid upwards of $2,200 to repair it, and I'm no closer to it running like the princess it was when I paid for it in July. I really hope to have a good summer in it. I can't really move on in my life without it running properly. Just don't know where to be employed because I can't even get 3 kilometers out of this town for the last 4 or 6 weeks. Middle of December, right? We're into almost middle of February. So it's like 8 weeks of me not being able to move on. I don't know where I'm going. I could apply for a job anywhere in British Columbia, but I can't get there because I can't make it across town barely. So I stick pretty close to Planet Fitness right now and the 2-3 mechanics I know. Really nice of the electrical shop to have me in today. They're very, very smart. They're the wizards of electrical, mechanical, electrical, automobile electrical. Yeah, and it was doing nothing janky for them. I left it there and I walked around 4 hours today. I was pretty anxious about it last night. I barely slept, awaiting my appointment today, just hoping that it would be it. But it wasn't, because hours later they said, hey Ellie, pick it up, there's nothing wrong with it, and when there is something wrong with it, bring it right back. And they did not charge me. 2 thumbs up to you guys. Thank you so much for not charging me today for that. So let's go make some shrimp dinner. Let's enjoy tomorrow. I'm gonna take you somewhere. It's Friday tomorrow and I'm not at a full-time job yet, so let's go take you out. Something interesting and fun is going on in Vancouver in the middle of the day. Hopefully the sunlight and the dry weather holds out for us. So let's go somewhere tomorrow in the afternoon. Enjoy a little bit of downtown Vancouver and the people, the vibe. So Ellie on wheels will be Ellie on the bus wheels, and then Ellie on the train rails tomorrow. So I will see you then. We'll have a really, really good day tomorrow and go somewhere. And for right now, I'm gonna make some shrimp stir fry. All right, guys, that looks pretty good. Usually I buy a half pound, but I bought a whole pound of Dairyland Creamery butter, and I've already gone through half a pound in less than a week, probably 4 days. I just love butter. Look at that. So all that garlic, little spring onion right there, all getting to know each other. Pretty nice. So like I said, I tried really hard to be hopeful all day. Walking around, no shower yet, sweaty, too many jackets on, no washroom, no breakfast. Yeah. I was shocked, but I wasn't shocked when they phoned and said, hey, there's nothing wrong with it. Honestly, I think it's because the 2 power systems are tied to each other. We'll know, because next Tuesday, we're putting this shunt in. Right here. This is going in like I've had it. So at least we'll monitor what's in there, because I'm going to disconnect it from what's happening over there and see if the running part of the vehicle improves. You know, other people connect the 2 battery systems and have camper vans. I don't know. Just my terrific luck, right? Let's get back to the dinner. Nice. We're gonna throw a whole package of these shrimp in, and they come pre-cooked and they are peeled. I'm not fooling around with anything. Not tonight. We are making it quick and dirty. They're still a little bit frozen. but they're definitely cooked. And once we toss them around with all this butter and garlic and broccoli, they will be so yummy good. That looks smashing, if you really want to know it. You should have smell vision, honestly. I think we're going to put in a good, healthy amount of basmati. Oh, it's stuck in there. I didn't make the hole big enough. I love this Uncle Ben's basmati. It's so good. It's a bit pricey, you know. It's about $2.50 a bag, whereas you could get a whole huge 10-pound sack of rice for probably $10, right? But I'm not gonna boil rice in the van for 20 minutes. That's why I use this, so I don't have to have all that condensation, and I don't have all that cooking time, and I don't have to, not really waste, but use 20 minutes worth of gas bottle. I can just throw in this rice. That's pretty much ready on its own. And I only use half a pack at a time, truthfully. And I save the other half for the next day. I put it in soup or make a wrap with it or something like that. Yeah, so we're making dinner in the dark, in the park. I think if you were here, you would love 2 helpings of it, actually. Yeah. So that is shrimp basmati, broccoli, spring onion, garlic, stir fry. And we're gonna put another big blob of butter on it. When it's done, we'll put another huge piece of creamy butter on that. But it's looking pretty cooked. Oh, you know what we should put in? Are you ready? The chili oil. I have this chili oil. It's so good. Oh, we're so putting that in. Okay, let's turn this down. Yeah. Let's put in a big portion. You gotta stir it up because the oil and the chili separate after a while. Are you ready? Oh, it's so, look at it. It's so red. It's hot. I love it. I love it. Stop putting more of that in there or I'll be up all night with an Ellie bellyache. Yeah, but it's pretty good, that chili oil. Look at it. It's pure chilies and garlic in there. That'll smarten that right up, right? Now that's an interesting looking dinner. Look at that. My chili oil rice. Beauty. Okay, guys. I think we're done. Hey, guys. So let's eat this shrimp, broccoli, onion stir fry with the basmati. I'm pretty hungry. I spent a long day walking around Langley today. If you were here, I'd share. Yeah, so I don't know where we're at with this van because although I'm pretty invested in it because I really care about it, I put a lot of my own energy and time and creativity into it. And it's very hard to build a van without a barn or a shop on the road. I'm kind of invested in keeping it. I'd like to try a couple more things before I sell it, but I'm getting warm to the idea of selling it. I like it a lot, but I'm not that in love with it. It is a vehicle. It's not a family or a friend, you know? So maybe the next person can figure it out and I'll get it running pretty good for them and see what I could maybe sell it for and move on to a different project. But honestly, this is the best van I've ever had. It is so tidy and so minimalist. No one knows it's a camper van. No one harasses me. It's not a trick looking vintage van with stripes on it where people are come out of the library and people are staring in the windows and stuff. You know, it's really peaceful to be in this white van. Nobody gives me the knock. I sleep on the roads everywhere. All it has is a little low profile panel up there and a little deck. Little max air fan, that's about it. No boxes on the top. No propane cylinders or anything off the back. It's really stealthy and I love it. And it's in very nice shape. Honestly, I'm really hoping that cutting off the electrical system from the house to the front of the car and divorcing those two, we'll see if that helps the engine run better. But I'm going to give that a try. I'm going to give it a try with this Renogy monitor that I picked up from my UPS box today. I paid like $100 for it off Renogy's site. And it should monitor what's coming in, what's going out, how much is left. And I'm just going to let my battery back here get supplied by the solar panels only up there, which is really problematic for British Columbia because all it does is rain here. So I don't know what the future is for me in this van if I can't have it hooked up to the front with a solenoid and have the front charging the back on gray days, because I have 6 months of no sun here. I can't live without electricity in this van. It was the first winter I had a winter in a van with a heater. I don't want to do that again. I don't want to go back to a van with no electricity. So if this one cannot run and have electrical in it, then I don't want to own it anymore. I got a 99 Cherokee that I keep. I love that 99 Cherokee. It's reliable. I slept in it for about 3 months while I worked on this van on the street. It had a lot of toxic glues and stains, and it had to off gas every night. You couldn't sleep in it. I had nowhere to stay. I didn't have a regular house, right? So I slept in my Cherokee a lot, but it's been stored for all of the fall season. So if I had to, I could go and get it. It would fire up tomorrow. It's 10 times more reliable than this van is right now. But I'd really like to keep it, you guys. It's a really cozy van. And now, you know, honestly, it feels like my home. I've never had a van where I really feel the home feels. And I feel that here. And I'm not finished. I haven't even put a kitchen in it. You know, I'd like to see the project through to completion. And enjoy it, not pass it off to someone else because I'm frustrated. So let's see if my appointment next Tuesday with the RV place to put in that monitor, let's see once we disconnect it from the front battery if it runs better. And if it doesn't, I don't know what I'll do. I might be into giving it a fuel pump. It probably has the stock 23-year-old fuel pump. That could be the problem. You know, the bang, the misfires like that, that could be, well, it could be a lot of things. We all know that. So I'm going to get back to my shrimp and broccoli stir fry, and I've had a really long day. So thanks for joining me for dinner. Thank you for hanging out with me with my broken down van show. And I'm going to go enjoy tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. It's the last sunny day that we have before 8 days of rain. So I'm hoping to take you into Vancouver and show you a little bit of a ceremony they're going to have there tomorrow. And maybe we can sightsee a little bit. So, yeah, Ellie on Wheels will be not on these wheels. I will be on the bus wheels and the rails. So we will see you then. Good night.